Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome. Day 10. Oh, day 10. I can't believe it. We're a third of the way through already. This is my 30 Days of Death Shadow challenge where I'm going to be recording a League of Death Shadow and uploading it every day. And we're on the end of our second rotation, which is pretty cool. So the end of the the end of the rotation is supposed to be something kind of funny, something maybe off the beaten path, or something that involves Shadow, but is just a little bit different from what you're used to seeing. So I'm super excited to play this deck. It's it's a funny one. So if you remember, our last one we did was 5-color Shadow with Tribal Flames. That was really fun. And that was kind of more of this like zoo aggro deck. We're way on the other end of the spectrum here. We're playing just a straight, almost honest-to-God Mardu mid-range list that happens to play Death Shadow. As you can see, we have quite the selection of disruption here. We're going for the 4 Fatal Push, the 4 Lightning Bolt, 4 Thoughtseize, 4 Inquisition, 4 Tide Hollow Sculler, and 2 Dreadbore, and 2 Kolaghan's Command. So we are just trying to disrupt. And then we're going to back that up with a little bit of clock, hopefully landing a good Death Shadow, landing a Kroxa, and then, of course, playing the greatest Magic card to ever be printed, Lingering Souls. In the sideboard, we got a little bit of burn hate because we're going to be having a hard time. We're going to be a much slower Death Shadow deck, so we're going to need a little bit extra help against those aggressive strategies. We got 3 Collective Brutality. We have our Terminate, 2 Engineered Explosives, 2 copies of Wear Tear, 4 Nile Spellbombs, and 2 Damping Sphere because we're definitely going to need some help against Titan and Tron. And of course, as you notice, all of our permanents are 2 CMC or less, so we get to play Lurrus as our sideboard companion, one of the biggest draws of this kind of a deck. Get to recur our Mistress Baubles, recur our Engineered Explosives post-board, recur our Nile Spellbombs post-board as well. So, a deck like this. Now, if you're going to ask me straight up, seriously, what do I think about a deck like this? Well, I think that a deck like this has some fundamental structural flaws to it. I think that it's trying to play a very serious mid-range game. Obviously, we're running the card Lingering Souls, Kolaghan's Command, and Kroxa, which Kroxa is a much slower card. But we also are playing Death Shadow. So we're going to have a lot of tension in our mana base being painful, our Thoughtseizes being painful, to enable our Shadow. Yet, on the other hand, we're really going to be taking our time casting some Lingering Souls and bringing back some Kroxas. So we're really going to be struggling here to kind of find the balance between aggro and mid-range. And I'm probably guessing that a decent amount of our games we might just die to our own life total. I think a deck like this, my gut instinct is usually to say, well, why not just add Bomat Couriers, Scourge of the Skyclaves, Monastery Swiftspears and be an aggro deck? Or why don't we cut the Death Shadows, cut some Thoughtseizes, play more Value Bombs, play more grindy elements, maybe throw some Planeswalkers in there and be more of a mid-range deck? That's usually my instinct for a deck like this. Now, of course, that's just my outside opinion. That's just how I feel. But that doesn't mean that I'm not really, really excited to play this deck. And I'm super pumped just to see what we can do. And especially on the 5th day of our rotation, we're really going to try to keep it in the spirit of just like, we're just trying out some funny stuff. Let's have a good time. If we lose some games, it's all right. But anyway, so we're going to jump right into a league. If you decide to click on this video, thank you so much for being here. Love to have you here. A quick disclaimer, like I do in all of my other videos, I am no Death Shadow expert. In fact, I am definitely the opposite. I'm far from it. But that's why I've challenged myself to do this 30-day challenge, because everything that I'm trying to do with this project is to try to focus, really hone in on good decision making and recognizing a lot of my misplays, flaws, and weaknesses, and try to commit myself to just playing the best Magic that I can play. With that being said, we're jumping in. We're going to do our little daily check-in on the active players. Already up to 1,100 players. You really do love to see that. 1,100 players. That's the highest that I've seen it since the banning, so that's pretty cool. All right, looks like we've been paired up, and let's see what we're diving into. We are on the draw. We're going to reveal Luris as our companion. And yeah, I think in a deck like this, honestly, I'm pretty happy with this kind of a hand. Keeping in mind that we really only have 4 payoffs for playing super aggro, which is our Death Shadows. Otherwise, we're taking things slow. We're like a Mardu mid-range. We're like kind of a Jundi kind of plan here. Oh, are they on Bogles? Oh, and Hardened Scales. This should be an interesting one. This should be really, really interesting. Cool. So, with Hardened Scales, I know right away what I need, which is removal spells. So I think I'm going to go ahead and kick things off with Bobbling myself. And we see another copy of Lingering Souls. I think that's a little bit too slow for what we need here. Let me check my lands real quick. We only got the 1 basic swamp, the 1 sacred foundry, excuse me, 2 goblet shrine, 2 blood crypts. Okie doke. So, why don't we go ahead and grab, let's see, we're definitely base black red. So let's kick things off with a Bloodstained Mire. I guess if we need our life totals under duress, actually, I can grab Godless Shrine, because then I can grab Mountain with this, and then here, and then we can cast our Lingering Souls. So yeah, why don't we do this first, actually? Also, I need to draw a bunch of cards. I need removal spells for this matchup. So let's see what they're drawing into a Hangerback Walker. Card's pretty good against this. Card's pretty good. Alright. Ooh, they've got a great hand. So, oh, excuse me. It's still a good hand. I thought that was Arcbot Ravager, I was going to say. Yeah, but still a solid hand. Got that Inkmoth Nexus. We got to take the Ozolith. That card does a number on us. There's a whole paragraph of text on that one, if you want to take a look at it. Let's see. So our plan here is hopefully to draw some removal spells. Alright, Death Shadow. Okay. Well, we got the basic planes. Not the best draws. I forgot we had basic planes to fetch. That was something to consider when we had Blood Crypt. Alright, our opponent astutely plays a Hangerback Walker. This card's going to really run out of control on us. Especially if we don't hit a removal spell here. Tidehollow Sculler is an interesting one. Yeah, I want to Sculler and take this Hangerback Walker since we can't answer this one. Yeah. Let's go ahead and grab a Blood Crypt, and then all of our colors should be fixed for the rest of the game. Sculler is probably okay against a deck like theirs. I don't think they play too many removal spells in the main deck, but could be mistaken there. Alright, snag that Hangerback. I'm going to pass the turn. Next turn, I'm probably going to play Lingering Souls, like just for the chumps. I guess we could Fetch Shock and we could Death Shadow. Some options here. Alright, we know their hand completely. They've got a Temple Garden and Earthbound Worker. Looks like they're going to go ahead and get in with that Inkmoth Nexus. Notably, they're not leaving up any space to grow the Hangerback Walker, which I think is where they... Oh, they recognized that. Okay, I think they fired it up and then realized, oh yeah, wait, we want to keep that. So, alright, Tidehollow Sculler is a little bit dead now because of... we know they just have Temple Garden in hand. So, yeah, we're just going to cast some Lingering Souls. Feels great. It feels great to be doing the most powerful thing you can do in Modern. Opponent's probably going like, my god, my opponent is playing Lingering Souls. Alrighty. So at the very least, we have chump blockers for their big dudes. And I mean, we're at the point where like we don't want to kill that Hangerback Walker. So we might have some trouble with this one. Notably, we're not playing any Teamer Battle Rages. Alright. Okay. I think we take this, actually, to help grow our Death Shadow. Because if we don't draw anything, I think our turn is going to be... Play Death Shadow, put Luris into hand. Yeah, we don't draw anything, so... Let's go ahead and... Yeah, we can play a 1/1 Death Shadow. I think that's fine. And then let's pop Luris into hand here. And hopefully, these spirits... Hopefully we can hold down the fort with these spirits for a little bit. Try to get some card draw going with Luris. The issue with this is that it's only a matter of time before they find a sack outlet for this Hangerback Walker, and I don't think we're beating it. So that's the issue. I'm noticing. Okay, Welding Jar, sure. I guess in a sense we were not We are probably not killing creatures anyway. Yeah, that's a... Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think our opponent wants to attack there. I guess we have to get ourselves in a position where we can attack all at once. I guess that's what we need to do. So, let's go ahead and just shock this in. And we're going to play a Luris. Ooh, man. Ugh, listen, even if we lose every game, just the value of this deck, it cannot be denied. Whew. Alright. Oh, man, we just have this army of spirit. Maybe we got to get frisky. Maybe that's our plan. We just start jamming in. Let's do it. We just kill him with Lingering Souls. That would be genuinely the dream. Are they going to try to block with Inkmoth Nexus? I would take that trade. I would definitely take that trade. Yep, they're just going to keep... That thing is just going to be the biggest thing on the battlefield for quite a while. And then if we continue to brick, animation module is very good. That will make a sea of 1/1s, but gosh, maybe we just have to get there with our flyers now. We've given up on the ground. One thing I was going to mention about these Hangerback, if he just starts attacking, then I can just start recurring Tide Hollow Skullers every turn with this Luris. Opponent, don't think they have attacks here. You know, we're showing Death Shadow, so it's like, alright, I mean, we can kind of just take some damage here. Death Shadow will get larger. Let's see what we draw into. God, we just want to draw the other Lingering Souls now. That's going to be our plan. Okay, Fatal Push is interesting. We're going to hang on to that push. Yeah, let's just start spewing our hand. I'm going to definitely cast this. Let's play 2/2 Chump Blocker. Yep. And let's see. Start off, let's see, what are they drawing into? An Ozolith. Okay, could be trouble. Could be trouble. Alright, what are we drawing into? An Arid Mesa. So I want to fetch that away. Why don't we just grab a mountain? Yeah, we'll just grab a mountain. And I'm going to hold on. Hold off here for a sec. I'm just going to hold up, push, and I'm hoping to draw into something. Hoping to draw an answer to the Ozolith. Alright, ooh, this is going to be a grindy one. I think we're strapping in here. They're most certainly advantaged because they have much, much better top text than we do here at this point. Okay, Tide Hollow Skuller is a little less than ideal here. But yeah, we're at a bit of a stalemate. I think they should just start attacking. Yeah, I think they should just start attacking. Okay, Thoughtseize is not what we want. Alright, let's bobble. What are they drawn into? Alright, Llanowar Reborn. Okay, fair enough. So let's play Tide Hollow Skuller. And let's just leave it at that. Okay, so their attacks aren't great. They have no. They only have these as flyers. I think we got to get in, right? While the cooking's good here, I think we just got to do it. I didn't attack last turn, which I think was actually a mistake. And we know they're drawing Llanowar Reborn, so actually I'm going to play out this other Tide Hollow Skuller just as chumps. You just start chumping. Like, yeah, that was actually, I think, a huge mistake not for me to attack last turn. I think I'm literally only winning this game if we get there with the Souls tokens. It's just the air superiority there. Okay. Fair enough. And they just can keep making dudes. Yeah, because if I had attacked all out, yeah, I should have just been attacking all out. That's alright, that's alright. Because then we potentially could have had them down to like 10, and maybe we had them on a quicker clock here. Oh, the best card in Magic. Let's go. We also have some bolts and things to go upstairs, so... Funny enough, it's like better for us that their creatures are big. Because then we just have chumps, and killing things is bad, right? Because if they just get stuff on the Ozolith, I guess we have Fatal Push if they try to go all in on an Inkmoth Nexus. But, like, we're at the point we don't want their creatures to die because of the Ozolith and because of, you know, all that kind of stuff. Alright, we're just going to chump here. I think they should be attacking here. I mean, they're already at the point that if they find a way to sack this, they got the game. They'll have 12 flyers in the air. Okay. So boom, 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 boom. So we take 5 mana to cast a Lingering Souls. Seems fine. Let's see what they're drawing into. Another copy of the Ozolith. Alright. This is going to be ridiculous. Oh, I hate the Land of Reborn triggers. It's so annoying for our opponent to have to click through all the creatures we put out. Alright, if we start drawing some bolts, then we might be able to get there. And if they fire up an Inkmoth Nexus to block, I'm definitely Fatal Pushing one. A really hilarious game one. And I'm kicking myself for not have attacked. Because, like, we may have been presenting lethal here with all these spirit tokens. And that would have been so good. Our opponent is not going to be happy with their top deck here. Death Shot, funny enough. It's what our deck's named after, but we don't want it. We want all those bolts and K commands that are in our deck. So if we draw... K command should do it, I think. So why don't we draw off this Silent Clearing so we can dig further into our deck. Okay. Okay. So, if I attack with all of my creatures... 1, 2, 3 blockers. They can... This takes 3, 1, 2, 3. So they can only produce another blocker, right? Because then they won't have mana to fire these up. And then that means that... These 8 are getting... They block this, they block this, they block this. 8, 9, 10. Am I doing my math right? If we kill some blockers before blocks... Ooh, I don't want to mess this up. And apologies to my opponent if this is a slow roll. Let's see what they're drawing into. A Hangerback Walker, okay. So, okay, well, one more time. If we attack with everything, I should have taken that. Gosh, that would have been. I would have thought about it a little more. 1, 2, 3. We have 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they block, block, block. I can kill the 2 others. 1, 2, 3, and then make a guy. Yeah, because they only can produce 2 blockers because of how much this costs. To both add a counter to something, then to kill, and then then to produce a new dude. I think we have it. I think we have it. If I'm wrong, I die. I think we have it. Okay. Oh no, we don't have it because if I kill these, Okay. If that's their only blocks. I think we miss it by one. I think I messed up. Wait, or I can bolt upstairs, right? So one, because like I forgot that if I kill this now before blocks, they can tap it for mana and make another blocker. No, because they can. Oh no, welding jar taps it, right? It taps it out of. Right, the regenerate makes it tap, or no? Is that just takes it out of combat? I just punted this into the stratosphere, y'all. I just punted this into the stratosphere. I think it takes it out. Okay, they didn't do that. Okay. We're in blocks. They take 8 and then... Okay, yeah. I thought I completely punted that. Sure. Am I missing anything on board? Oh, man. Lingering Souls OP! Oh, that was so poorly played on my part. Oh my gosh. Wow, so poorly played on my part. Okay, let's move on from that. Okay, so these cards all look good to me. EE obviously looks sick with Luris. Terminate seems fine. Wear Tear seems good. Okay, so the hand disruption seems a little less appealing now. Man, we should have been dead to so many things. Like any sack outlet they had us, and I also should have been attacking with souls that whole time. Okay, so let's trim on this. God, Death Shadows seem really bad actually. Yeah, I'm gonna trim on a Death Shadow. It feels like a liability. Crooks is actually pretty sweet. It just applies a ton of pressure and it's huge. And I'm gonna trim a Tidehole Sculler. Let's see if we can't get there playing more to the board. I mean, we just have a lot of hate. So yeah, let's give it a shot. I guess Dreadbore is pretty murpy. Let me trim a Dreadbore for a Thoughtseize, actually. It seems like a little bit better. Let's give this a shot. Ooh, man. Luris and Bauble and Lingering Souls. Just pulling in extra work there. This hand looks fantastic to me. This grabs a Blood Crypt. We have Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Bauble. We got a really good threat. All we got to do is just hit lands. All right. Let's see what we got, opponent. Inkmoth Nexus. Very nice, sir. Very nice. The Ozlith's a good one. Tormod's Crypt. Oh, that's so rude. And Welding Jar. Uh-oh. Well, yeah, we're just going to have to power through a lot of this then. I mean, well, let's see what they're drawing into. And a Blinkmoth Nexus, fair enough. So we're hoping to grab a Arcbound Ravager or a Hingerback Walker. If they have both, it's a little... Ooh, okay. We're just going to take the only legal target. Alright, pass turn. I think their keep was fine. I mean, a lot of good tools, obviously, in this matchup, so... Let's see what we draw. And that will help me decide how... Oh, interesting. I actually can do something funny with the explosives. Is it even worth cutting explosives on 0 here, though? Okay, we know Tidehole Sculler is already a blank here. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, explosives on 0, let's do it. I'm going to hold up my interaction just for one more turn. We'll do it on their end step. Alright, so we know their hand is Blinkmoth Nexus, unknown. if they cast a valuable artifact creature, we need to pop EE preemptively so that they can't welding jar it. I guess it wouldn't really matter though, would it? Yeah, it wouldn't really matter. Alrighty. They're still going to get a lot of good use out of this Tormod's Crypt, for sure. For sure. But at the very least, we can start to rebuild. Filling up our yard, being able to get Luris back to get some valuable things back from our yard. So, yeah, I think their play is just pop Tormod's Crypt. I guess they can welding jar the Tormod's Crypt. That's the thing they can do. If they do that, though, I'm fine with that. Yeah. Sure. Alright, coolio. Alright, let's see what's in their hand. Ballista, very nice. Very nice. And yeah, let's start trying to build up a nice little cushion for this Kroxa. Hitting a land of theirs is not nothing. That can definitely help here. They're on a pretty slow clock with these Inkmoth Nexuses. Alright, fair enough. So obviously, like, whatchamacallit, Kolagon's command here would be the nice best here, you know, blow this up, do 2 damage here. Okay, Arid Mesa. So with Arid Mesa, let's go ahead and pop Luris into hand. And we can grab basic Mountain if we need it. We need to protect ourselves. Okay, well now here's where everyone's brain starts melting. But we gotta just let this go. If they want to go all in on anything, that's okay with us. So now... let's go ahead and get this Arid Mesa. And... we just need double red, double black for Kroxa. That's all of our, really all of our needs now. I think I'm fine with bolting the Ravager. Let's see what they do in response. Okay, they're gonna pile things onto the Inkmoth Nexus, fair enough. That's okay because, oh, okay. Interesting choice. Yeah, we just have Fatal Push for that Inkmoth Nexus now. They seem to... huh. Okay. I think that's fine with us, right? We just drew another bolt. So now if they go to load on this, then we're fine. Yeah, let's play Tide Hollow Sculler. It's a clock. Yeah, we just got Fatal Push for this. Awesome. Cool. Let's see what they do here. If they go for this one, and they go to move Ozolith counters on it, we just get to kill it. Alright, since we have a Fatal Push, we just get to wait for this to happen. Cool. Obviously, if we don't find a removal spell for the Ozolith, it's just going to be a ticking time bomb against us, so that's definitely a consideration for the choice that they made, but, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we grab... yeah, we're just going to go... we need to put on a clock. Yeah, because I think this will be... yeah, they need to top deck something pretty good, right? Because I think this might just be presenting lethal. We need to leave ourselves a red source for this bolt. Black, red, black. Kroxa. 14... attack for 2 here. They're at 12. 8, 11. Ooh, we're 1 short from lethal next turn. Let's see what they draw. Okay. So in response, we bolt this. Cool. Okay. So we'll go to attacks. If they have a land in hand, they die. Because we just play the other Kroxa. Whoa. Wow. That's crazy. We're going to play this. Why don't we make all of our creatures, all of them lethal? I think that's important, right? Choose one to keep, that one to keep. Yeah, I like making every one of our creatures lethal. Walking Ballista kills us. That was it. That was it. And I don't think there was anything playing around that. They don't draw the Walking Ballista. Wowzers. All right, Mardu Lingering Souls. Getting in there. We got lucky. Oh, we got lucky for so many reasons. That game one, they didn't draw a single sack outlet. We killed them with Souls tokens. It's so nuts. And then that game two there, where their hand wasn't really fantastic, and we drew a lot of removal spells to be able to answer a lot of their threats. So that's a funny thing that's already come up. We're just playing some mid-range, Mardu mid-range, and like the Death Shadows didn't play any role, you know. Especially, one thing I failed to mention about this list is that we're not playing Team or Battle Rage, so we're not even having that, like, oops, I kill ya thing, which is kind of funny. I wonder if our deck is just aggressive enough, because, like, of Bolts, K-Commands, and the Kroxas, if we could afford to play, Scourge of the Skyclaves in a deck like this. I don't know. I don't think so, but something to consider. Alright, I'm going to reveal Luris as our companion here. Ooh, a painful start. Double Silent Clearing, double Thoughtseize. I think we're going to send this one back. I think this is a little bit too painful here. Obviously, if they're on something like Tron, this hand's pretty good. But they started with 7, so we're going to mulligan. Okay, this hand's not great, but we're going to keep. It's just got some threats in it, but we draw a Thoughtseize or something. I think this hand's fine. Okay, Forest. Oh, are they Tron and they kept a bad hand? Is this another Hardened Scales deck? Wow, imagine if we kept that opening hand. Oh, man. Thoughtseize? Okay, we'll take a Tide Hollow Scholar. We will certainly take that. In the dark, you don't know what you're playing against. You're on Tron and you go Forest Ancient Stirrings. Get out of there. Get out of there. Not a good hand. Now, luckily, we have a pretty bad hand ourselves, but get that kind of hand out of there. Alright, we're just going to Fetch Shock Blood Crypt, Fetch Shock Godless Shrine. Ooh, a little bit late Inquisition. In fact, one whole turn too late. Alright, let's see how Tide Hollow does here. Opponent's probably like, what? Tide Hollow Scholar? In this year of 2021? Alright, so we got Power Plant, Tower Mine. So we gotta take this one. We gotta take this one. And maybe we can fight through what this is. What this brings. Yeah, because they're both coming down on the same turn anyway. That's tough. Dang, if this Inquisition came a turn earlier. What a shame, what a shame. Alright. See what we get. Let's see what we're drawing. If we draw like a Kolaghan's Command, does that change anything about what I want to do? Probably not, right? Just a Marsh Flats. Okay. Sadly, I cannot cast this Death Shadow. That's a shame. Okay, so we know what they drew and just discarded was a forest. We know the rest of their hand. But we might as well... Let's see, 1, 2, 3. This will be 4. Fetch line will be 5. Okay. So we're just going to try to get things ready for the Kroxa to come back. But most certainly, whatever they grab off of this Karn is going to give us some trouble, right? But I guess if they Karn Bridge, then maybe... Yeah, maybe if they Karn Bridge, or maybe they Karn and then they try to answer this Kroxa, they like Karn, grab, you know, Tormod's Crypt or something? Interesting. Ooh, did they must have drawn something other than the Karn? They wanted maybe like a Wormcoil Engine? I think Wormcoil Engine's good. This is fun, though. This is fun. You know, I know a lot of people don't like playing against Tron, but I feel like I've played against Tron so much at this point. I find a weird comfort in playing against Tron because, like, at least I know what to expect for the most part. I kind of feel the same way about Tron as I feel about Burn. It's like, this is what we do. Burn, Tron, it's like, get to 7 mana, cast a big thing, you know? Burn, throw burn spells at your face. I don't know, there's something comforting to me about how just straightforward that is. I know a lot of people get really frustrated about Tron, but I think it's fun. A Walking Ballista. Oh, yeah, that's good, too. That's good, too. You just kill the Tide Hollow. Alright, I guess we have outs to... Oh, they're just passing. Fair enough. Outs to Thoughtseize? Inquisition. That's not it. And then we'll just cast this Sanctum of Ugin and go grab something else. So we're looking for Thoughtseize, and I'll scoop if we don't hit it. Oh, I love Lingering Souls, but not right now. All right, sweet. So let's go ahead and move on. We certainly want these Wear Tears. Damping Sphere, for sure. Oof, we got a lot of dead cards, though, unfortunately, because I really wanted to cut the Lingering Souls. They're not very good. Also, Dreadbore. Oh, no, Dreadbore's fine. Dreadbore's fine. Terminate's not is what we don't want. Yeah, I think we just do this. All right. Well, you know, I was just saying it. We love to go slow. We're gonna grindy mid-range Mardu deck, so Tron's probably gonna get us good. That would be my guess. Yeah, we definitely are slacking on Tron hate, and our opponent is here to punish us for slacking on our Tron hate. Alright, we would love to play first. We will reveal Luris as our companion. They know we're not on Blood Moons. This hand's not terrible. It's lacking in threats in a very serious way and a way to look for one. But we got some redraws. We got a redraw. I don't know, I value the hand disruption and the shatter. I think we're going to keep. I think this has the potential to maybe catch our opponent off guard here. Alright, opponent's now mulliganing. Looks good. So our opponent's a little bit in the tank here about their mull to 6. Alright, nope, they're going to keep. Cool. Alright, we get to take a peek right away on turn 1. Grab the old Blood Crypt, get a good Thoughtseize in there. Let's take a peek at what you're up to, opponent. Okay, so we very happily get to take this expedition map, and that should buy us plenty of time here. Cool. Power plant. Pass to us. Tide Hollow Sculler. Another Thoughtseize. Not bad, not bad. I'll take it. Well, I probably should have been actually Godless Shrine tapped, but that's okay. Okay, so they're really hurting for that green source. If they hit it, they're in good shape. Yeah, we'll just take Hardened the Great Creator. Take the payoff. Also, take the thing that if they just, you know, oops into a bunch of lands here, at the very least, if they're not forests, then their hand's still pretty locked out. Star, okay. Okay. Alright, so they got that green source. Fortunately, as we can see, they only can cast the Ancient Stirrings off of it. If they don't get another green source, the Sylvan Scrying is not castable. And I think if the Chromatic Sphere was in their hand, I probably would have taken that. Alright, we need like a Kroxa. Something like that. Why don't we fetch Shock for potential Death Shadows? Inquisition's not bad. So... yeah, let's Inquisition. Ah, they drew in another star. I think we have to take Scrying here. Just play this tapped and pass. We're really spinning our wheels, though. Like, we needed to be presenting a threat here, and that was definitely, you know, consequence of the hand that I kept, so... Alright, so now we know about... Alright, they're just going to pass. Let's put in the graveyard, draw a card. Okay, fair enough. Threat found. Hey, you know what? We'll take it. Opponent's probably laughing like, oh my god, you just cast a Lingering Souls against me? God, I love casting that card so much. It's just such a pleasure to cast Lingering Souls. Wow. Alright. The race is on, opponent. Death Shadow? Okay, no Silent Clearing. Fair enough. So what we can do here is we can go like this. And let's go ahead and sack a Silent Clearing. Death Shadow? No Death Shadow. Okay, let's bobble. Probably should have Crack Clearing first, then flashback Lingering Souls. That definitely would have been a lot better. Now, what's the opponent drawing into? Okay, more redraws, fair enough. Alright, they got the Sylvan Scrying. Alright, so they have Tron is online. And let's see what horrors they will bring upon us. No horrors yet. Let's get another Thoughtseize. Dreadbore's interesting. Could be good. So let's play that. As a tempted to put Lurrus into hand, but we may want Kolaghan's Command for something. See what they do. Okay, Ugin, sure. We have Dreadbore for that. I wonder if he just zeros to kill these spirits. That would be pretty funny. He only needed, they only needed to do that for 0. But that's okay. Let's crack this first, see what we draw into. Position, sure. Okay, let's just untap. How dead are we, opponent? So you're telling me we're really dead. Okay. Well, also notably, they didn't sack their Sanctum last turn. Ooh, they're still not sacking the Sanctum. Interesting stuff. Have my Inquisition. Oh, you're late. Late. We drew that earlier. Alright, GG's opponent. Most certainly we should... Well, our deck is funny because, like, yes, definitely mulligan for a threat, but a lot of our threats are really mopey. Like, we're really not a go-go fast deck, you know. Because our best threat to mulligan for would be a Death Shadow, but that's a 4 of in the deck. So that feels like a little bit borderline, but yeah, maybe we should have mulliganed again. I mean, our opponent definitely gave us every opportunity in the world to catch back up in both those games. They kept extremely bad hands, in my opinion. I think if you're playing Tron, like, you just need to play Tron. Like, you play Tron to mulligan, you got to be willing to go down to 3 and not even sweat it. Just be like, yep, going to 3. And just be, like, totally fine with it. Because, you know, especially in this day and age of Modern, you know, anything after turn 3 Tron is, like, honestly just probably too slow in most matchups. So I think under a lot of circumstances, now maybe game 2 they know we're up at they know that they're up against a really dirtily mid-range deck like ours, and so they're like, okay, we can keep we don't have to like mulligan to oblivion. I think that's fair, but they're in the dark. Game 1 hand should just be fire. It should just be turn 3 Tron with payoff, or they're gonna top deck that payoff, you know. That's just my opinion. Against the Yorion deck, Thoughtseize and Lingering Souls? Yeah, let's go. Heck yeah, let's do it. Alright, sweet. We got our mana to cast a Lingering Souls. Let's just go ahead and grab a Blood Crypt. Whoa. Oh my gosh, it's the Enigmatic Incarnation deck again. Jeez. This deck's everywhere. Gotta tell my friend Kami. He's the one that made it popular. No, he's not the one that made it popular, but he's been one. He's played it a bunch. Whew. Well, they got a lot of cards here. They got a lot of cards. All of them are pretty annoying. If they Meddling Mage named Bolt, we're like in rough shape. Gosh, Spellskite. Why are you playing Spellskite? It's so annoying. God, did they just snap name Lightning Bolt off of Fetch, Shock, Thoughtseize of a Blood Crypt? I feel like that's just the name in the dark, right? Alright. That's unfortunate. Both Spellskite and Meddling Mage. Come on. So rude, opponent. So rude. Oh. Okay. Maybe my computer glitched there. Ah, Death Shadow. Death's Shadow. So we can fetch Shock Shadow, and if they go to Seal of Fire, we can bolt ourselves. Oh no, but they redirect it. Oh, that's so funny. Spellskite is like genuinely the most annoying card. It's so funny how many spots where it ends up being good. I think it's really funny. Just so many random things that it hoses, like Teamer Battle Rage. Right, isn't it? Doesn't it hose when you go to equip? When you go to equip a creature in Bogles. Like if you're in Bogles and you go to equip something, isn't that how it works? Because most of them just say enchant creature. All right, so this is super annoying because now they just Renegade Rallier for the Meddling Mage. Okay, I guess. All right, whatever. I guess we grab Sacred Foundry. Let's see if they let us do this. Maybe they get caught up in the kerfuffle of everything happening here, but we got to get these bolts out of hand anyway, because they're almost certainly naming Lightning Bolt here. Okay. Oh, the F6. Let's go. Hopefully by me firing off just one bolt, they're not going to name Bolt. Dismembered, indeed. Well, what happens if I go like this? Boom. Use your spell strike! Okay, that's not bad, actually. That's not bad. Reduce our life total, also get to score their hand. These three should be their hand. We should know what their hand is. I'm going to take that one, because it kills my Death Shadow. Was not expecting you to bolt, not gonna lie, says our opponent. It's funny. Funny. And they put Yorion, said Luris. They put Yorion into hand. Alright, opponent. Well, you know what else you're not gonna expect? Is Lingering Souls. Oh, never mind. It's just Second Shadow. Never mind. Sorry, Lingering Souls. It's Second Shadow. Alright, we gotta put the pressure on. We gotta turn up the heat. Gotta turn up the heat in the kitchen. Let's go. Oh, if they Glasspool Mimic. Oh, no, Glasspool Mimic only copies their own dudes. Oh, that's so rude. No, they got Glasspool Mimic for that, too. Ay. So annoying. Skyclave Apparition is a magic card. Just leave it at that. Okay, let this through. Opponent's like, yeah, I'm gonna play around. Team Battle Rage, but guess what? You should have played around Lingering Souls. So they're just gonna Yorion. Fair enough. See, if we hit another land, then we can Souls and then flashback this Souls. Something. And we get a 1-1 for our trouble. Well, looks like we don't really have attacks, which is unfortunate. Okay. Alright, pass it on over. Sure. I would just copy Yorion, right? You copy Yorion, right? You don't care about that. Alright, we just have the token army here. Spore Frog? Man, people will just be registering anything in their deck these days. Okay, let's pop a Silent Clearing. Tide Hollow Speller, sure. Can't really play it into the known Seal of Fire. So I guess we have another free crack at here. Spore Frog. That's hilarious. Guess we just nail this while we can. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Alright, so if we, like, line up blocks they don't line up. Spore Frog, that's so funny. I guess I'm sure that our opponent has blown some people out with Spore Frog. Alright, to Fairy. Alright, the walls are starting to close in. And once they find an Enigmatic Incarnation, then it's just pretty much GG. Alrighty, I guess we Inquisition for some information. What's going on in that hand of yours, opponent? Magus of the Moon. God, is that... I can't tell if that's good or bad for them or us. Okay, well... Magus of the Moon, Renegade Rallier. How funny. This deck is such a meme, it's so hilarious. Does it really matter what we take here? Because they just Rallier it back. Guess we take the Rallier and act tough like we don't care about... Well... Yeah, we can't really Tide Hollow because then they just pop it with Steel Fire. Oh, whatever. I guess we're just gonna keep trucking a little bit here. I suppose we can kill Teferi here, but why? Yeah, there's no real reason why. Reflector Mage. Look at all our tokens. Look at them. Alright, as long as the opponent is not killing us, I guess we keep playing. And we load Luris into hand. Like they should be attacking. We're not gonna really... We're not realistically killing them on the crackback, are we? Alright, we're gonna play out our little 2-2. And pass it on to our opponent. The real funny part is that maybe we could be starting to do what we did against the Hardened Scales player, like getting in some attacks, but they have Yorion, they have a flyer. Flying is a broken mechanic, am I right? Just kidding. Alright, I might scoop it up a little bit here. This is starting to get a little boring here, and I don't think we realistically can win from this spot. Alright, I'll scoop that. I am sure that our opponent is experienced enough that they will... do something cool with that Enigmatic Incarnation there. Alrighty, so against Enigmatic Incarnation. And an Incarnation it is. I guess Wear Tear's probably fine. Gets like Enigmatic Incarnation, and that's about it. I didn't bring in Spell Bombs last time we faced down this deck, but that whole Renegade Rallier thing is pretty good. Maybe I just want some outs to try to manage that. Just feels like our deck is inherently very weak to what they're doing. Namely that they're just the bigger mid-range deck. And I know that their deck, Enigmatic Incarnation, struggles a lot against really fast, aggressive, and some combo variants. Obviously not all, because they got a nice little package to answer different combos, but... You know, against our deck, I mean, we're just a mopey mid-range deck, right? Like, this is why they play their deck, is to face some decks like ours. Just, like, cut some Treadbores, I guess. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Trim on an Inquisition. Let's just give this a shot. Because if, like, a variant of our deck that we'd want to be playing against them is, like, I don't know, a more aggressive shadow build, so we could potentially get under them and present like a really aggressive, yeah, because like, look at this hand. I mean, listen, this is all I want to do in Magic, is Fatal Push things and cast Lingering Souls, but I don't think that's going to quite cut it. Yeah, and then, of course, MTGO is like, oh, you didn't want that opening hand, huh? You too good for that opening hand, huh? Well, how about a one-lander? That's what that's exactly what MTGO sounds like, by the way. So, do I have to bottom the best card in Magic the Gathering? I think we have to. That feels bad. Alright. Oh, they rolled a 5 as well. Okay, okay, okay. So we need to draw into like a real serious threat, like a real clock here. Ah, okay, I see, opponent, I see. So you can have your mana. Yeah, no redraws. No redraws. But we're gonna Tide Hollow Sculler that Ariok Champion, for sure. Utopia spell, you got it. Would have been pretty cool to see like a Croxa there. Oh, that one, please. I'd love that one, opponent. Thank you. Oh, if they just load Yorion into hand. Do it, opponent. Do it. Oh, look at that. They only got lands in hand. All right, Tide Hollow. Just. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's go. Heck yeah. Taste it, opponent. Taste that 3 damage. I hope everyone knows I'm just literally goofing around because I'm not expecting to win. But, I mean, hey, we got some good stuff going here. If they just load the old Yorion into hand. Put that old Yorion in there. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, and then they just get to cast it right away, too. Oh, no, they don't. No, they don't, because they don't have the mana for that. Okay. Fetch land? Ooh. Oh, wait, though, but that basic plains, though, kind of hurts, doesn't it? So actually, we're going to Thoughtseize and then load Lurrus into hand. You're not allowed to have that, opponent. I'm sorry. Can't let you have that. So we already have double black. We need double red. I think basic mountain's fine. At the very least, we can potentially Lurrus start buying back some goodies. Okay. If they... Okay, no, they don't. Never mind. Another fetch land? Ooh. Okay. So we pass to the upkeep. And we're going to do this fun little move. I'm going to return Tide Hollow. Thank you, discard. The oh, this deck is too much. I can't take it. I can't handle their deck. When it enters the battlefield. Okay, so if they load Yorion into hand, we just get to snag it right back. Cool. Also, if we hit fetch land, we just Croxa. Back, baby. We're back. Boom! Here comes the big boy. Here comes the big boy. Yeah, let's go! Opponent says tough draws. Yeah, it definitely was. Seems like tough draws for sure. Yeah, let's just run it back, right? Guys, it's funny because Nile Spellbomb's like only good against exactly Renegade Rallier, but it is just so much value and it's so good against us. Like, the Hand Disruption was nice. Tidal Sculler turned out to be nice. Maybe we do want Dreadbore for like a Yorion. Okay, we'll trim on a Spellbomb. Well, you know what? We won a game. I can't complain about anything here. I'm pretty happy we still stole a game off of them. Yeah, let's rock and roll with this. Basic Plains is tough in this deck, especially when you have Kroxa, which has felt like our best threat in this deck, honestly. Death Shadow has not pulled its weight like it normally does in a deck, because normally in a deck with Death Shadow, you have other things to complement it, like Team of Battle Rage, for instance. And so the best we're doing right now is we're Fetch, Shocking, and Thought Seizing. We're at 15 after that, and we don't have a guaranteed threat. You feel better about mulliganing deeper with other Shadow deck builds, because you know that you have more likelihood to hit like a Streetway, Fetch land, Thought Seize, Death Shadow, and you're like, let's go, listen, or you know what I mean? Like, our hands are gonna be batting about at this like average. But the worry, I guess, is that our hand's dysfunctional, because as of right now, the only castable card actually is Thoughtseize. Because we're not dealing ourselves enough damage as it is right now to cast it. Can't cast Kroxa because of Basic Plains. Can't cast Lingering Soldiers. Kolagon's Command because we don't have 3 mana, so. MTGO, why do you gotta do it to me? Oh, this hand's horrid. Oh. And we... daggers that we have to bottom the best card in Magic the Gathering. Alright. Oof. And our opponent kept 7. Those were some brutal mulligans for sure. I mean, we had to do it. Like, we weren't really... Alright. If opponent Veil of Summers me, I might just pack it in because that card is a bummer. Lightning Bolt off the top. Funny, well, you know, when those games played out, Lightning Bolt just felt so mopey. Got their paws too. Okay, then I clearly have Veil of Summer. Veil of Summer, the perfectly designed Magic card. They don't have it. They have a good hand though. Wow. Dang, now we really want that Bolt, don't we? Alright, we have to take Spreading Seas. I mean, our colors are pretty precious here. Ooh, shouldn't have shuffled away that Bolt. Bad decisions coming back to bite me. We love to see it. Okay, at the very least, we get to Inquisition, Skyclave, Thoughtseize, Enigmatic Incarnation, which is nice. And hopefully we luck sack our way into drawing an answer to the Scavenging Ooze. Oh no, Renegade Rallier? No, don't. Don't Renegade Rallier me, opponent. That would be so rude of you. Oh, MTGO. I'm probably conceding to this. Yeah, they just get our Blood Crypt, and now we need both another red source for the... I mean, God, we need a lot of lands for this Kroxa. And we need a... Oh, it's the Infernal attack. Okay. Yeah, alright. The thing that sucks about loading Luris is that they just then just snap, eat our graveyard. Super punished for not getting that lightning bolt. Yeah, I'll stop wasting time. Alright, cool. Move on. Alright, we got one game off of them. That was really fun. Yeah, really punished for bottoming that lightning bolt. I mean, I guess my thinking is that, like, I was thinking about our previous games, and I was like, Renegade Rallier is like, what? I mean, they've already gotten their value, and then I was like, And then Spell Sky, the bolt's not killing that, and I was like, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh yeah, Scavenging Ooze. It's like, whatever. Yorion, 80 card deck's gonna do what 80 card Yorion deck's gonna do, right? It's funny that there are some like Yorion builds that are just like, I mean, it's 80 cards. You just have so many cards in there. It's just like, all right, well, sometimes they draw all the creature half, and sometimes they draw all the non-creature half. So sometimes it can be hard to playing another mid-range deck against them. Not all. You're already disadvantaged by the structure of most Yorion decks, but it's also funny that like you fall into like you yourself drawing the wrong mid-range half of your deck to answer their half of their mid-range deck. So, but let's keep rocking and rolling. Ooh, yeah, this hand's not very good. This hand's pretty bad too. Guess we keep. Can I cancel that? No, I can't. All right. What does this hand do? Doesn't do a lot. I guess we keep Dreadbore's like over K command. Oof. Hand's a bit of a stinker. Alright, Bloodstained Mire Pass. Interesting. They dredge, maybe? I guess we find out here in a second. Because if they're not dredge, Bloodstained Mire Pass, Kroxa will be good against everything but dredge there. So we're about to find out. If they discard Stink with him, we're just really dead. Ooh, they want to fetch in response. You got it, opponent. Thanks for enabling my Death Shadow. Ah. Jund Rakdos midrange? Why would they just... Why does Jund fire off bolts like that? Alright. Okay, that's a fantastic draw. They have another Liliana the Veil. This opponent is so aggro. I'm here for it. Alright, that seemed weird to me, but... 1, 2, 3. Okay. At the very least, we know we're going to Dreadbore this Renin 6. If they have a removal spell for this, then... Oh, sure. Okay, we have Dreadbore for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just need another thing to go to the yard. Like that. Alright, so we know their hand is Swamp Renin 6. If I fetch shock to 5, we die to 8 and 9. We're presenting lethal next turn. So let's present lethal for next turn. If they find a removal spell, then we just get in with our monster here. Their best draw would probably be... Best draw for them is probably Scavenging Ooze. But even then, it's on chump block duty? Yeah, Scavenging Ooze is just on chump block duty, but they do get to snag our crook, so... Man, those bolts at our face was just like... I was not expecting it. They were just like, I'm gonna blast you. It's not like I was taking those with the... Oh, did we hit Party Girl? No, Renin 6, okay. Sure. Alright. So I'm guessing that means they have a removal spell for this? I love our opponent. They were just like, damage to your face, damage to your face. I'm a burn deck. Don't mind the Raging Ravine. I'm a burn deck. All right, against John. Against John, I like Nile Spell Bombs and Engineered Explosives. I like a Terminate as well. Lingering Souls is classically a great card against them, but of course we know they play Plague Engineer and Ren in 6 now, so it's not quite what it used to be, but it's still fine. Yeah, we just do the classic mid-range thing. Let's just trim on some hand disruption spells. Yeah. Just a couple Thoughtseize to keep them honest. I like keeping Thoughtseize because they nab Bloodbraid Elf, which is definitely one of the scarier cards out of them. And yeah, let's see what we can get done with this. Tidehollow Sculler is also a bit of a liability, but I think he's still better as just a 2/2 body, because when you're in a top deck war, rather top deck a Tidehollow Sculler than a Thoughtseize. So. I mean, against Jund, this hand's not terrible. Yeah, let's do it. What you got for us, opponent? More bolts upstairs? Ooh, Death Shadow. That's nice. I'm probably just going to be, even if they don't play anything, just EE on 2 in the dark, I think. We got a Ren in 6. Or a Tarmogoyf, sure. Okay, Crooksell. Go, my precious EE. Alright, cool. No Liliana's in her future. That's nice. Very nice. The Abrupt Decay, I like it. Alright, Fatal Push off the top. Let's do it. Tidehollow Sculler, not exactly it. So, why don't we throw out some Souls tokens? Because how could Jund ever beat 1/1s? It couldn't happen. Just gonna... Ooh, are they just curving out on us? Party girl? Let's go. They hit a... Liliana in the fail. Very nice. If they tick up, we're ditching this Kroxa. Yep. Let's incentivize them to do it. I guess even though it's still not even that great, because then yeah, they still just down tick on it, but it's still good value for us. Trade a tracker for it, fair. So we can Sculler Shadow. Shadow. What does that accomplish? We can Soul's Shadow. Ooh, I kind of like Soul's Shadow, actually. Ooh, we get really messed up by a Lightning Bolt, though, don't we? Alright. They've had a good hand. I mean, they've really kept us on the back foot, which is really where they want to be. Sure, Maelstrom Pulse, and they just down tick on Lily, and then we're most assuredly dead. Okay, yeah, because they got Ravine as well, so yeah, we're just dead here. Yeah, we really needed to hit a removal spell. We did not hit any. Okay, we'll go to game 3. Now, that was a Jund hand. Alright, let's take back some initiative on the play. Do I want to change anything up? Maybe Hand Disruption? I don't know, though. I really like the rest of our... Well, they showed us Tireless Tracker. Maybe they're not on Kroxa or any Graveyard Synergies. Let's try this. I could regret this. I might regret this deeply late in the game. And I top deck an Inquisition and not a Nile Spellbomb redraw. Alright, yeah, no, let's just try to draw into our Fatal Pushes, right? That game would have looked a lot different if we had some answers for that Tarmogoyf. This hand's fine. Let's try it. Mulligan's to 6. Okay, that's good for us when we have a Thoughtseize hand. Oh, they are playing Crooks. We're going to take that one. Opponent has kept a hand. Wow, if they rattle off... Okay, I was going to say, if they rattled off 2 lands to play the Ren and 6, I would have just felt really depressed. Cool, so let's just do this, let's do that, and let's pass the turn. Okay. We don't have a Death Shadow yet, and we're already at 11, so I think we can preserve life total a little bit here. Let's play the best card in Magic the Gathering, Lingering Souls. Backup Spellbomb's kind of sweet, actually. Screw it, let's do it. We draw some Death Shadows, this is fine anyway. Ooh. Can we afford to keep that in our hand? I think it's fine. Do I just blind put it on 2? I actually think I might. Because in that way we're playing around Liliana Tick Up. And we've got a lot of redraws on the board, and we've got value from our yard. I think this is fine. I think blind on 2 is okay. Fair enough, and we played around that as well. Okay. Oops, meant to pay black here. How does Jund ever beat the card Lingering Souls? Scientists will still wonder to this day. Oh yeah, they're really bricking, aren't they? Oh yeah, there they go. Fair enough. So why don't I untap so I can save my Revolt and draw card for this next turn here? Or that too. Yeah, let's do this now. Okay. It's really not the worst. You can just go this tapped. Okay. Alright, party girl. Yeah, are they thinking about it? Because Party Girl takes them to 7, and they're dead to a bolt with these guys. Fair enough. Okay, Ah, I see. I might just crack EE here, honestly. If I crack EE, I can put Luris into hand and also Bobble here. I don't want them to get something going with a Peatland loop. Fair enough. I'll take that trade for sure. And then this way we're saying you need to answer the Luris in our hand. Abrupt Decay, fair enough. So they will, but not before we get value off of it. Ah, there's the Party Girl. Into a goof. Alright, fair enough. Opponent, fair enough. We are drawing into a bunch of cards, though. Double bolt, make it easy. Okay, big decision point here. I can EE on 2. We know they're going to kill our Luris. What are my card types? I've got... Yeah, so it'd be a 4-5 still, even if I pop. I'm at 4 life. This is a tough one. Because I'm at 4 life. If they top deck another removal spell, we might just die. So it's like, do I have to EE on 2 here? It would feel bad to lose this one, especially given how our opponent played. I think we have to EE on 2. Feels bad. Yeah, it feels bad. So we know they have the Abrupt Decay here. Damn. You're letting me go to blocks? Whoa, I'm gonna gain that life, my friend. Okay, I was gonna say, dude. Okay, that's good for us. So we have their creatures answered now. Interesting, Tide Hollow. So let's top this. Answer the Goyf. And let's see if we're able to trade off here. They're drawing up to 2 cards. Alright, we'll respond. Bolting the Bloodbraid. Let's hope they don't punish us with a Liliana. Okay. We may have to go to 3 here. Oh no, we can't. Oh, I messed up so bad. Oh, I messed up so bad. I just was like, oh, I'm on the Jund mindset. I've got a second swamp. Oh, that's so good. Alright, we got to fade for 1 turn, y'all. Oh, I messed up so bad. I messed up so badly. Alright, we're about to find out in a second if I'm punished for my just stupid fetching there. Alright, that's okay though, right? Alright, Raging Ravine. Ooh, thank goodness. Alright. Buy ourselves a turn. We might get there. Oh, we draw Fatal Push too. So good, so good. The crowd goes wild. We draw the Fatal Push. Oh my gosh. Bolt. Alright, now. Let's start by cracking Spellbond here. No. Opponent, what you drawing into? Another Liliana. Okay. Should have played another Tide Hollow to play around that. Dang it. Ooh, Punt City. Punt City. Just playing badly. Ooh, Thoughtseize, that's dead. Alright. Okay. To be fair to ourselves, though, we have been through a good number of cards here because Kroxa off the top will just do it. Kroxa off the top. Feels bad. Ugh. I should have been more. I don't know. I definitely played badly here. Ooh, feels so bad to brick like we have for so long. Alright, wait for them to go to attacks. Alright, come on, deck. Let's do it. Let's do it, let's do it. Show us the goods. Croxa. That's pretty good too. Oh, that's pretty good too. Alright. Show us that Plague Engineer opponent. Show us the big man. The big old Plague Man. Let's go. Oh, what a poorly played. That was really fun. I had a blast, but man, I just messed that up so much. Oh, man. Now that's some real Magic the Gathering. That's some real Magic the Gathering, as Mr. Garfield intended. Oh, man, what a crazy game. Woo. Alright. This has been a really fun deck to play. This has been a fun one, for sure. Alright, let's see what match 5 has in store for us. Alright, found it. Alright, let's see what we're up against. Ooh. You know, let me reset my internet just in case it's me. Alright, let's do it. Match number 5. Let's jump in there. Let's get it done. Oh, I think I know this person. Their name rings a bell for sure. Don't know what they play in Modern, though. I forget. Alright, we will reveal Luris. It's our commander. Yeah, let's see where this hand takes us. At the very least, we can load Luris. Yeah, I'm thinking, I feel, it's funny because there's a lot of mopey opening hands with this deck, but it doesn't feel like it mulligans terribly well because, you know, a lot of those other shadow decks are like, there's just such a aggressive, proactive element to them. Like, oh, I mulligan to 5, but I have, you know, let's say we're on Grixis, we just got like, you know, Thoughtseize, Street Wraith, you know, Shadow, Land, you know, I don't know, Temur Battle Rage, and it's like, yeah, let's go, let's get there with this. You know, we present a huge threat in Temur Battle Rage. It's like, this hand, I feel like you mulligan some mopey ones just to get other mopey hands that have fewer cards in them. So I don't know. Let's see. This is maybe just really bad play here to keep a hand like this, but let's give this a shot. Nothing else. We said we had some fun, right? Okay, basic island pass. Interesting. Just on like a. So I don't know what I'm looking for yet with this bauble. So why don't we just Thoughtseize kick things off? Okay, we're just up against classic blue-white control. Fair enough. We can take Charm. Charm's probably one of the better cards in here. Yep. Okay, let's do that. Just take Charm. And then now, honestly, we're looking for something like Croxa. What are they drawn into? Flooded Strand. Fair enough. Okay. We'll just play Arid Mesa Pass. Funny enough, since we kept a pretty speculative hand, we might just be facing down this charm anyway when they just Snapcast or charm us. Okay, there's a threat. So we can go down to 10 and play this. Let's do that. Out of Death Shadow. In some wild world where they're Jeskai and they try to bolt it, I guess we can bolt ourselves in our back pocket here. Sure. Just float a black, why not? We'll grab a swamp. Okay. We played out islands. Sure. Start churning through some of those threats. Alright. Another Inquisition would be great. Ooh, Thoughtseize. Heck yeah. Yeah. I want to take that Snapcaster Mage. Yep, that one's got my name on it. And let's load Luris. Cool. Next turn we get to try to go Luris Shadow. And the ball is in their court to draw out of it. Funny enough, the fact that we have basic planes might actually help us out a bunch here. It was hurting us in that last game, but it might really help us here. Go to red. Let's grab basic planes. See if they drew a counterspell. Ah, they did. Okay. No, not. Let's play this and pass. So we know their hand is Island Spell Snare. It's a good one. Luckily, sure. I'd like to take care of that one. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. So we can go K command, make them discard Grit back Luris, then Luris Bauble. So I think that's worth it. Oh, whoops, I preemptively clicked off of the island there. Yeah, they have another counterspell, then they have another counterspell, and they've got us here. Alright, yeah, we're just going to go for it. Guess we're playing around Mana Leak this way. We can pay for Leak here. We don't know if they have Spell Snare in hand or not because they shuffled, or they, rearranged the top of their deck with the Chase. Alright. Potentially I could be patient and wait, but I would rather get the initiative here. They weren't able to play a fetch land, so whatever they saw with the Jace they're kind of stuck with. So maybe they're brainstorm locked, potentially. Alright, snap, so they can snap verdict if they so choose. Which I do think is okay here. Okay. Alright, they're empty-handed. And we got 3 draws for action here. Alright. It's not really action, but it's something. Why don't I bobble myself? I don't like it. I can fetch it away with the marsh flats. I don't want that. And we'll show our opponent we have no more fetchables. Oop. Very nice. Very nice. That is exactly what the doctor ordered. And let's throw out that Sculler, why not? I guess I could have waited till next turn. Yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. I could have waited. But I guess if I waited, I wasn't guaranteed to have the land to cast Kroxa again, so... Yeah, I should have, but I need to slow myself down and just say, hey, hold up a sec. Is this really what you want to do? So, now at least we get to Inquisition first to see what's up. We can also bobble as well. So let's see what they're drawing. A Path to Exile, that's a good one for them. So we cannot tap out for this Kroxa because we need to hold up Fatal Push here. In addition to that, I decided Inquisition, so I can't Kroxa because of the basic planes here. Let's just get this out of the way. So we know they've drawn into the path. Bolt, interesting. Playing timely in the name. Yeah, this is still a 1-for-1. Because they get nothing off of this card. I'm gonna play that one first. Another reasonable draw. Alright, so our best hope here is that they just have like a counter spell. If they have, obviously, if they have another Shark Typhoon, we die. This seems to be resolving pretty quick here. Island, let's go. Wow, we have them dead next turn if they brick. This Teferi's not the, I mean, it's okay. We know we get to empty their hand. Whatever they drew into. I see. We get to triple spell here, which is very nice. Ooh. Cool beans. Opponent's probably like, lingering souls. Big Teferi, let's go. Sure, off the main. Black, black, and red. Black, black, red, red. Okay, cool. So we can still double spell this next turn. Fun game. Really fun game so far. So they topped whatever they just drew into. Are we even going to try to go after Teferi here? I don't know. Nah. Let's kill him. Counterspell? Sure. If they drew into a land, this is really good for us. Or that. So let's see what they draw. They might be priced into tucking Kroxa. This has been a sweet back and forth either way. Really fun game. Ooh, they're going up. Well, opponent, you know what my next turn is. It's going to be attack all at you. Ooh, they found it. Do we have one more to get? No, we don't. Okay. Ooh, do they draw like a really good one into a really good one? Well, it looks like a verdict, so let's just treat it as if it is one. Yep. Alright, well, path into verdict. I mean, what are you gonna do? Dreadbore to keep ours? Okay, no. We're just gonna concede. I mean... they had a lot of bricks. Let's just put it that way, but path into verdict was not one. Okay. It's funny, like that Shark Typhoons really is the thing that we hate the most. I still think we're gonna trim on Fatal Push. So we'll bring in some spell bombs. So we'll just throw in a brutality and let's queue up for game number 2. Alright, sweet. This hand looks awesome to me. Let's do it. Okay. So I think we're going after the Planeswalkers here. Because this is down to 15, this goes to 11, we'll have a 1/1 Shadow before they are able to hold up Mana Leak. Looks good to me. Guessing Colonnade tapped. No, the card they drew. Okay. I want to hold up Spell Snare. Fair enough. It's good to me. I'll take that one. So obviously we're still got to be mindful of the mana leak. We can't just run the Luris into it, but with some of our other cards we may be able to afford to play around it, like that. It's pretty good. So yeah, if they have a removal spell, they have it, but I would rather get in the damage to ourselves right away with Shock Thoughtseize, and then hit them potentially for 8. And you know, if they have a removal spell here, then you know, we get the mana leak out of hand if we need to, and potentially play a Luris. So I wonder if they have something like Shark Typhoon. Maybe they want to cycle it here. I don't know if I would if I was them. I'm not sure, actually. Maybe they should, you know, if they think that a blocker is going to be good and going to get through here. Oh, I see. That's fine, because then that ends up in the graveyard, and then we get to cast Luris. Oh, Spell Queller, very nice. Should we just take Spell Queller because it's a proactive threat? We have a Bolt for it. Yeah, we have a Bolt for it. So if we get to untap, I think we're in good shape. They go for the Spell Queller, we have the Bolt. Okay. I would like it back, opponent, please. Got our lands. I think we're still going to attack. I know it shrinks the shadow, but I think that's okay. How much does it cost to fire this up? It needs 5 other manas. 1, 2, 3. So they're a ways away from firing up Colonnade. So they have Spell Snare Unknown. Okay. So we kind of need them to brick because we're bricking. That doesn't look like bricking to me. Sure. Yep. Swamp is unfortunate. Well, maybe we weren't supposed to attack with Luris. It's tough to say. Okay, it's a fairy. We had Dreadbore for that. Oh, no, we don't, because they have Spell Snare up. Now we do. So now we even get to play around Force Negation. That's nice. take that one. Yeah, that was another reason not to attack with the Luris, is they showed us settle the wreckage. Okay, that's unfortunate again. Yeah, our draws have been real poopy. Oh, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Not much. Unfortunately. Okay, interesting stuff. Starting to get tense. There's the Death Shadow. They tucked. No, please don't have anything. Please let me take you to 3. Pretty please, opponent. Shame. That should be... Okay, well, they have Spell Snare. That makes sense. So... Guess we make them use it. Fortunate for them to get that. So now they just have Settle the Wreckage. So we need, like... Thoughtseize is perfect draw. Because then we Thoughtseize, it makes them bigger than the Celestial Colonnade that they can now fire up. What do you have, opponent? What do you have? Snapcaster, sure. Snap Cryptic Command, I'm guessing? Yeah, if we hadn't drawn Swamp Fetch, and we had drawn maybe Kulagon's Command, more threats, I think we would have been in actually pretty good shape here, but unfortunately just bricked really hard in a moment where we just needed not to brick. I don't understand this play, because I just go like this. I guess they didn't want to have to chump with their Snapcaster. Fair enough. Okay. Take a redraw. Very nice deck, very nice. We can still grab basic planes, I believe. Oh, our Godless Shrine's in our deck still. Wonderful. That is fine, opponent. That is fine. Very nice. So, if I get them to tap out, I can Kroxa, return Kroxa, potentially. Why don't I attack with a Death Shadow and let's see what they do. Okay. Trying to think of a card that doesn't make this just a 2-for-1 here. Recycle a Massive Shark Typhoon. We fortunately have some spirit tokens for that, for just such an occasion, opponent. Whoa. Interesting. That's interesting. So now we have a lot of bolts to draw into. Huh. This has been a really fascinating game. I mean, I don't have high expectations of winning here, but this has been a really interesting game for sure. And they're just holding on to that. Settle the wreckage for dear life here. Oh. I'm supposed to preserve my life total here? This means something. It means something to answer our attackers, right? So, I guess I attack with just the Death Shadow. Interesting stuff. Settle, sure. Grab a mountain. And let's see if this dissolves. Ah, it does. Our opponent's done a pretty marvelous job of keeping themselves in this game. In this match, rather. I mean, especially with the last one and this one as well. I mean, they've really seemed to just be like... just getting just enough just to keep hanging in there. Oh, wow, they're going to get rid of a mana leak. Oh. Do they draw into anything? They're just like... wow, they're just barely hanging on by a thread. Oh, wow, do they have a... they drew into a Path to Exile? Oh, my goodness. All right. Come on, Magic Gods. Give me something. Give me a Kolaghan's Command. Oh, of course we draw on the Marsh Flats. Wow. That was incredible. How did they manage to stay alive? And wow. All right, well, you just got to let those things go. I mean, what the heck are you going to do about that? I mean, this is, wow, they just top decked oh, they're attacking? Sure. All right, we're taking it. Yeah, we're definitely taking this. Just go to 1. Feels so good. Alright, wow. That was incredible. V-click themselves, the bottom of the Mana League, draw into the Path to Exile. Whew. I can't believe we're going into a Game 3 here. So... did they show it? I mean, it's just really classic blue-white control, isn't it? So... kind of happy with where we're at. Yeah, let's give this our best shot, y'all. Very surprised we're playing for the 3-2, but hey, you know, if we can't get this one, it's totally fine. I've had a blast playing this deck. I mean, just bad black mid-range is just my favorite archetype, so I've had a lot of fun this league. Have my plays been perfect? No. Have my plays been good? Ooh, I don't even know about that. But have I had fun? Yes, definitely have had fun. Alright. Ooh, MTGO. You're so mean to me. No comment. No comment. No comment. Alright, we gotta draw. That's not drawn fire. That ain't drawn into fire. Alright. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, let's just take the most powerful card there. And hopefully we can muster together the resources to be able to fight through the rest of this. Let's take a peek at what they're drawing into. Field of Ruin, okay. Another land and a Dreadbore. So we can go to 14, we can go to 11. So we can bait one of the mana leaks. Yeah, we guess we can save a fetch land. Play out a 1/1 Shadow. And I'm guessing it's going to catch a mana leak. Nope. Another 1/1 Shadow. And is their last card a Path to Exile? MTGO? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Oh, okay. So they, notably they can't Cryptic Command, so that's nice. These lands. These lands, though. Guessing we're going to get Field of Ruined so that they can fix their mana. Not bad. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's not commit any further into this. And let's just pass. Sure. I think that's fine. Yeah, just pass it there too. Pollination. Alright, let's bobble ourselves. Silent Clearing. Wow, our deck, oof. Like, hey, I heard that you like lands. But guess what? I heard you liked lands. Whoops, I didn't mean to click that. I'm obviously just mad right now. This is such garbage. I obviously meant to lead on Luris. Now if they have mana leak, they get us. But They just have another cryptic command. Of course. Why would we draw anything? You know, why would they not draw into perfects? And why would we draw anything? Oh man. Oh, of course. Indeed. Okay. If they fire up Colonnade, I'm just gonna concede. Alright, I'll keep playing. I have a Dreadbore. Well, unfortunate to end on such a honestly disappointing game. You know, I felt like we were having a lot of fun here, and then we went no lander, kept a 5 that was just medium, and then drew actual factual 5 lands in a row. So I mean, what can you do? What can you do? It's all pretty silly. This is all I've got, opponents. This is all that I have. It's just some lonely 1/1 flyers. Okay. Alright, we'll pack it in. We don't need to subject ourselves to this any longer. Alright, what a disappointing game 3 because it was just not good Magic. Really bad Magic, and, you know, the 2-3, that's whatever. That's here or there, but just hate games like that. They're just frustrating and you feel like you learn nothing. All that you learn is that MTGO hates you and doesn't, and it's not a fair fight. So, you know, what are you going to do? Alright, guys. If you're still hanging out here, really appreciate you hanging out. I had a blast. This was a really fun deck to play. My criticism stands from the beginning. I think we saw pretty much over and over again how this deck has some very serious structural problems. That being said, I am really interested in just playing a Mardu list with Kroxa in it. That sounds like a lot of fun. Because Kroxa felt like far and away the best card in our deck. Kroxa was just an absolute monster. And we were actually oftentimes happier to keep a Kroxa hand than we were a Death Shadow hand. This deck does not lend itself well to playing the card Death Shadow. In fact, if we just did something like this, and then cleaned up the mana base to be not so painful, this looks like a fabulous deck to take. Throw some Mystic... I mean, I guess you could keep the Lurrus as a companion, but I was going to say throw some Stoneforge Mystics in there, maybe play that shell. But maybe there's another way to play other threats where you can keep the Lurrus as your companion. Really fun deck. Highly recommend playing like a Mardu shell, something like this, Mardu midrange. And again, thank you guys so much for hanging out. This was a lot of fun, and I will see you tomorrow.